both of us on the screen because we've donned our own jerseys. I am very loyal to the city which I operate out of, so I'm wearing Mumbai Indians. And Mithali, of course, has chosen conveniently the winner of last time.
She's loyal to the country and she chooses the best winner. Excuse yourself.
Well, okay, so we've donned our colours and we've got Ayaz Memon of DNA, our cricket wala. And remember last year, Ayaz was with us every day through the IPL, talking to you about the matches for the day and who he was tipping, and it turned out to be a very popular segment too. So in the midst of markets, we've got our cricket wala back with us, and he will be with us through this IPL too. Ayaz, good to see you again. I was hoping that you would come in some kind of a jersey, and that might have tipped the betting scales on the team that you chose. But since you have not, let me start by asking you, who's got the best shot? Who's your money on this time?
Well, interestingly, the winners of the last tournament, Rajasthan Royals, feature way low down where the bookies are concerned. They're at number 7, I think, the Rajasthan Royals. The top favourites are Delhi Daredevils, followed by Chennai Super Kings, then Mumbai Indians, and the Kings 11 Punjab. And I really don't fight this line-up too much because I think all these teams are extremely talented. However, the caveat is always there that Rajasthan Royals, who expected them to win the last time, and they beat everybody. So perhaps we might just have a surprise winner this time. What about Bangalore Royal Challengers?
Ayaz, my friend, hello. First tell me what the bets were the last season round for Rajasthan Royals, and then tell me why you picked the two teams you have on the top.
Look, I think Rajasthan Royals have been, like last time, they don't have star power barring Shane Warne. They've lost Mohammad Kaif. He's been sent back from South Africa. I suspect there might be a little bit of turmoil in their camp just because of the uncertainty surrounding the kind of, the participation of players and who is being retained. The build-up to this tournament has been a little shaky. Remember, there's been this talk of multiple captains where Kolkata Knight Riders is concerned. And that seems to have been resolved. Now, Brendan McCullum, the New Zealand wicketkeeper, is going to lead the team there. The Chennai team looks strong. They finished runner-up last year. They've got Kevin Peterson now. And Bangalore have beefed up with Andrew Flintoff and Jesse Ryder. So there's a lot, right? The guys who are missing are the Aussies, Michael Hussey, Ricky Ponting. That's going to rob the tournament of some star power there. But all in all, it seems like it's going to be anybody's tournament, never mind what the bookies are saying.
How do you mention Bangalore Royal Challengers? They're a much better looking team this time. Jesse Ryder, Ross Taylor, Mark Boucher. Do you think they might do much better than they did last time?
Well, I think certainly Mr. Vijay Mallya hopes so. He's got a new captain, Kevin Peterson. He's got a lot of men in form, and I think that's crucial going into this tournament. There's Jesse Ryder and there's Ross Taylor. Both have scored a lot of runs against India for New Zealand. And then there are the South Africans, Boucher, there's Jack Cullis. They've been in terrific form against Australia. And then, of course, there's Kevin Peterson, who a lot of people rate as perhaps the best batsman currently on view in any form of the game. Now, there's a lot of pressure that's going to be there on Kevin Peterson. He's replacing Rahul Dravid. He's lost the England captaincy and gained an IPL captaincy, so he won't be too unhappy with that. But a lot of pressure on him, certainly.
Ayaz, how much of a role do you think the captain is going to play this time? I mean, hopefully Sachin Tendulkar will be there from start to finish for Mumbai. Do you think that will bring a lot more to the table?
Well, I am still old-fashioned in that sense. I really believe that the captain is the captain and he commands the team. I'm not in sync with John Buchanan, who wants multiple captains or at least captaincy by committee. And the great example of Shane Warne the last season perhaps tells us a lesson that here was this man. He had this great, he wanted to prove a point to the rest of the world. He's not captained Australia for too many games. I think 11 one-day games. He was perhaps the best captain never to have captained Australia. And he was out there trying to prove a point at age 39 and how well he did it. So I think that captains are going to play a big, big role. I'm not so sure how captaincy by committee will work. We'll have to just wait and see that. But the other interesting innovation is, of course, 7.5-minute break between the first half and the second half of every innings. So you'll have 10 overs, a 7.5-minute timeout, which is for strategizing or revising tactics, and then 10 overs after that. I want to see how that pans out, because it might just kind of upset the rhythm and flow of a match. Suppose a guy has hit 2 sixes and then there's a break for 7 minutes or 7.5 minutes. So somebody's on the roll, taken 2 wickets of 2 deliveries, and then he has to wait for 7.5 minutes. It might just upset the rhythm of the match.
Let me ask you about the junior Tendulkar as well. Virendra Sehwag is back this time, but this time Ayaz in completely different form. Could that change the game around for this team?
I don't know if you can call him Junior Tendulkar anymore. He is the original now. He is Viru Sehwag. The sword of Viru has laid so many people, so many bowlers low over the last 18 months. And I think he really is going to be a batsman to watch out for. He and Gautam Gambhir, and they are a terrific opening pair, not just for their Delhi team, but also for India and perhaps in international cricket. And I think that's going to be one of the reasons why Delhi is rated so highly. They've also got De Villiers, a man in form. In great form. The guy they'll miss is Mohammad Asif, who bowled pretty well last year, but he's got caught in some drug scandal. He's out. Parvez Maharouf, another good boy from Sri Lanka. I think we should keep a watch out for him.
Does it strike you as a harebrained idea, Ayaz, to have that 7.5 minute break? I mean, is it just to milk it commercially, to put 7 minutes of ad space there? It could spoil the rhythm, and I mean, what sense does it make? I mean, in a 20-over format to have 7 minutes of commercial time after 10 overs?
Well, you know, harebrained is your choice of words, but I would say that it is unsettling to a team, whether batting or bowling. And remember, they're putting stringent punishments in place for teams taking too long to bowl their overs, and here they've got a 7.5 minute break in a 20-over game. But as you mentioned, I think it's just to optimize the earning potential from this tournament, because let's face it, these are tough times, and despite all the kind of hoopla and the hype surrounding it, it's not going to be easy for everybody to make money.
I mean, I'll talk about a few teams which we haven't spoken about, Ayaz. Kolkata Knight Riders, what sense are you getting? I mean, true, they have a couple of potentially explosive players in McCullum and Chris Gale, but that aside, do you get the sense it's a good team which might be able to compete with some of the other well-knit units?
Well, but from the outside, it would seem to me that they would be an uneasy lot now, because they've had too much happening in the run-up to the tournament. The whole controversy over Saurav Ganguly, that seems to have been resolved now. The captaincy, it's gone to Brendan McCullum, and it seems that there will finally be only Brendan McCullum as the captain, though he might have a committee of advisors. Ricky Ponting will be missed, as David Hussey, I'm not sure if he's going to play the entire second edition of the IPL. So they're going to miss out on a few good, strong Aussies. The guy they've got in Mashraf-e-Mortaza, they've also lost Shoaib Akhtar, I'm sorry, before I forget that. Mashraf-e-Mortaza paid a hefty price for him, $600,000 plus. Bangladesh fast bowler, big-hearted cricketer, and he could be a surprise packet. But on the whole, I think Kolkata Knight Riders will have to play out of their skins to really make it to the semis.
The last series around Ayaz, the dark horses and the real shining stars by the end of it were men like Shane Watson and Yusuf Pathan. If you had to pick a maverick for this series, who do you think is the boy to watch out for?
I won't call him a maverick anymore, but because he's done so much in the last 4, 5, 6 months. But I would look very seriously at JP Dumini, the South African left-hander, who reminds so many people of either Graham Pollock or of Brian Lara, and both are worthy comparisons. He's been in terrific form. He's a terrific striker of the ball, good runner between the wickets, bowls also occasionally. So I think he's going to be one of the players to watch out for. The other guy is in Vijay Mallya's team is Jesse Ryder. And I was speaking to Ravi Shastri before he flew off to South Africa, and he says this guy is a natural. He's got a big heart. He has no nerves, and that's what you need in 2020 cricket. If you're nervous, you've had it.
So then, still holding the light blue t-shirt, you want to switch or swap or change?
I'm sure. I mean, Mumbai is okay, but not the hottest team this time around, clearly, Mithali. But the bottom teams for me are Kolkata Knight Riders, Deccan Chargers, again, for the second time running,
How the mighty have fallen.
No, it's not a great team. It's not about loyalty. It's not a great team, Kolkata Knight Riders. Deccan Chargers too. I mean, the best thing about that team probably was Andrew Simons, but he'll probably miss out on most of it because he's been drafted into the Pakistan squad. So Deccan Chargers doesn't look, minus Andrew Simons, like a great team to me. So some of these teams are, even Kings 11 Punjab, I mean, last time they did so well, but if you take Yuvraj Singh out of their attack, I mean, they have the odd Sean Marsh, but they don't look like the great team that they played like last time round. So those probably would be my bottom three, Mithali, not necessarily in that order, but Kolkata, Deccan and Kings 11 Punjab. I think Bangalore is a very good-looking team this time, and it did very badly last time. So keep a watch out for Bangalore. It could well be the dark horse. And of course, all of us know that Delhi and Chennai are strong teams this time around. Not talking about Rajasthan because that's a sensitivity for a co-anchor.
Thank you very much. It's also a cooler t-shirt.